We're
People
freezing up.
who
Who's freezing up? Just Amy? Or am I frozen too? Okay.
I don't know. I couldn't tell if it was me. Everyone was frozen there for a second. So that kind of tells me that was me.
It was you.
So hopefully it doesn't, crap out here. So
Yeah. Okay, let's start.
let's get started, guys. All right. This is our Road to Ruby call. We're really excited. So if you were on our Monday night August kickoff, we talked about a team retreat that we put together that we're going to host in February. And it's something we've never done before. It's for rubies and above, but there's no reason all of you guys on this call cannot be Ruby. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about Road to Ruby, how to get there, what it looks like, a couple different ways, and then where to focus your efforts here in the next 5 months if you want to get to Ruby in time for that retreat. Do you want to say anything, Amy? You're muted.
Just that you can all do this. I said that on the last Zoom. You can all do this. It's just setting your mind to it, and it's going to take work. It's going to take consistent work, and it can happen with those things. Consistent work.
Yeah, totally. So I'm going to share my screen. Go ahead, keep talking.
And we're going to show you how it's possible. And I know with my team, I'm meeting with you all one-on-one to show you how it's possible with your own points. And I know Amy's trying to do that too. Mm-hmm. But this, even if you started, we'll show you tonight, even if you joined today and you were brand new, you could do this. And I know of other teams that are doing that. They are creating rubies within 3 to 4 months. So, mm-hmm. All right, carry on, Amy.
All right, it is totally doable. And I'm also doing one-on-ones. If you're outside of Amy's team, let me know, because I'm also doing one-on-ones where we're going to dive into your actual reports and your people, and it's a little bit less generic than just what's up here on the screen, right? But Road to Ruby. So for the retreat, you have to rank Ruby just by the end of the year. But I put on here for those of you who are going for Rubies on the Rise, and if you're not, you should. This is a corporate earned trip, and this takes you actually to corporate offices, because I know we have a lot of senior golds on the call. So your next rank is Ruby. You might as well hit it by December, at least go for it to earn that Rubies on the Rise. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your numbers, okay? You also can earn Ruby on the Rise. Like Nicole, you're already Ruby. I believe current Rubies can earn it. You just have to grow by so many points. I can pull up the FAQs here in a minute, but for us, for our team, we're just looking at the end of the year. So what is Ruby though? I just want to make sure, because I know we're going to have some new people watching the recording, or they may be on now. It's 500 total points in your organization. And then it's 100 points in your outside leg. And I want to explain that just real quickly, because as you rank up in Plexus, that outside leg does become a bigger deal. Your primary leg is the level 1 on your team who brings you the most points. So for me, Amy Morton and everyone on Amy's team, that's my primary leg right now. She brings me the most points. So for me, I have to have so many outside leg points, meaning I have to have so many points outside of Amy Morton's team to maintain Sapphire, okay? So for Ruby, you need to have 100 points outside of that one person who's your biggest kind of leader on your team. And all this means is that you just have to grow really wide. So I've never, ever had to worry about my outside leg ever. When I ranked, I think senior Ruby or Emerald, I had enough outside leg points for Diamond. I always have, just because I'm constantly adding level 1s. So if you're constantly growing and adding level 1s, then you're never going to have to worry about your outside leg points. But I did want to put that in there. Okay. And then the average yearly income for Ruby is $35,161. Obviously, we know that's average. Some are higher, some are lower. For people, though, who are brand new, okay, Let's say they just started and they have no points. Basic simple math gets them to Ruby if they have 100 new points per month. Okay. And guys, that's only 20 new VIPs in their first 3 levels. Okay. And I know some of us are like, oh my gosh, I added like 2 people. How am I supposed to add 20 this month? Right. Well, we're going to talk about that, but this isn't even 20 level ones. This is in their first 3 levels. And it doesn't even really count level ones because I calculated this based on 5 points and we get 6 points for level ones. But I like simple math. So those level ones will just be a bonus. And it doesn't include if you have a level 3 dabbler who decides to sign their mama and you get a level 4. That's just a bonus. Okay. And this is for new people who have 0 points. So if you're a gold ambassador, like Stephanie, when we ran her numbers, she only needs 80 points per month. She's already right a fifth of the way there. Okay. Now, for all of you guys who are currently senior gold, you're already halfway there. Even if you're not exactly at 250 every month, if you're at 240 or 230, right? Current senior golds, you just need 50 new points per month from here until the end of the year. Okay. That's 10 new VIPs in your levels 1 through 3. Guys, this is so doable. You just have to put your mind to it and decide that you're going to do it. Now, the next graphic I want to show you is how to get to Ruby from the power of 3. When you look at it, it's going to look very, very busy. Don't glaze over on me. Okay. We're going to talk through it and we're going to go through each level and show you what the focus of it is, because it actually makes it, to me, a lot simpler and a lot less kind of like stressful thinking, oh my gosh, I have to add 500 points, right? No, we're going to take it 1 rank at a time. Okay. So this is the power of 3 getting to Ruby. Okay. And this is not you doing this all on your own. This is not you having to add like, 50 new VIPs yourself. So it starts with you. And you are going to focus on 3 level 1s who want to share. That's it. 3 level 1s. Everyone on this call has more than 3 level 1s right now. Now, you may not have more than 3 sharing, but isn't it kind of nice to know, oh my goodness, to get to Ruby, I'm just going to focus on 3 level 1s who want to share, right? Instead of I got to focus on like 25 level 1s. Okay. So if you focus on 3 level 1s who want to share, then it's just the power of 3 down from there. You get 3 more level 2s. That's what this is. From each of those level 3s, they're each going to give you 3 people. So then they just have to focus on 3 level 1s, right? Or a level 1 to share. Okay. And then it just duplicates. Then they're going to focus on 3 level 1s who are going to recruit. So this right here is actually 3 and 3 and 3, which is where that 15 points comes from on your level 3. Okay. And we're not saying you have to recruit 3 new people and then they have to all get silver. And then all those silvers have to get silvers and all those silvers have to get silvers. What we're saying is you're going to recruit like you normally do. You're going to share plexus. You're going to get retail customers. You're going to get VIP customers. But your goal is to focus on those 3 level 1s that want to share. And then you're going to help them do the same thing. You're going to help them get retail and VIP customers and just share plexus. But then you're going to help that level 1 focus on 3 of their level 1s that want to share. See? And then you just duplicate that down. And if you do that and you just focus on your first 4 levels, right? Finding 3 level 1s and then helping them find 3, you're going to get to Ruby. You're actually going to overshoot Ruby if you do it that way. Okay. But again, it doesn't mean that I'm going to go and the 3 people I'm recruiting this month, I have to get those 3 to silver. That's not going to work, right? The 3 people I recruit this month, they may not want to get to silver, but I do have 3 level 1s that I can focus on who want to share, right? So that is the power of 3. Oftentimes when we look at this, we think, I haven't gotten a silver in a long time. How am I going to get like all these level 4 silvers over and over and over? And that's not what we're saying. Does that make sense to you guys? I can't see you. So you got to like unmute or give me a thumbs up in the chat or.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay.
Um, I do think it is nice to, though, try to focus on recruiting right now people who want to share.
Oh,
If you
absolutely.
can, lead with the business, bring the business up in the first conversation,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
try to, it's just so much easier to get a new person to me, for me, a new person to Silver
Mhm,
than someone who's just been a customer for a year, you
mhm.
know?
Well, and we'll here on the next slide, let's go ahead and get into that because it really is all about your new customer system. Because even though we want to be focused on sharing about the business more and having people come in as VIPs who want to already share the referral link, we know we're still going to get a ton of customers who are coming to us because they want the reset box, right? Not because they want to work this business. That's why you're onboarding for those people. You have to talk about silver to them. It is so important because I would say 90% of us on this call, we only got silver because somebody told us about it, not because we came in wanting it, right? So definitely recruit people to share because obviously that is easier to get people to silver. But if we're not even talking about it at all, then we're never going to get new silvers, right? And then they don't even have to go silver beyond that, right? Like I said on the Monday night call for this August bonus, what did I calculate? It's almost $300 to share with 3 people. They don't have to keep going. Like they doesn't mean they're a network marketer all of a sudden or they have a Plexus business just to do that. And so if you even focused on that over and over and over and over, that alone would get you to Ruby. You do not have to have one person who wants to go to the top with you to rank Ruby. You can rank Ruby. Most people rank Ruby with a bunch of silvers, right? And then it would be great if somebody caught the vision and wanted to go to gold or senior silver and gold with you, but you can do Ruby just focused on helping all these people go silver, or at least talking about it. Okay. So, how will we do it? I've seen some people, I'm not going to call anybody out, but some people already were like, I don't think I can do it. Like, sounds great. I want to go on the retreat. I don't think I can do it. Okay. So the first thing you have to decide is that you can do it. Listen, the people that ranked a Ruby, I love them. They are not special. They just decided that they're going to do it and they show up and they put the work in. So you've got to just let that fear of uncertainty, the fear of perfectionism, the fear of what people will think, you got to get rid of it because we know what these products do for people. You know, you take them, you have your own story. No one can take that away from you, right? And you share. So why wouldn't somebody else want to share? Okay. So decide that you will and then start working it. Okay. I'm a huge proponent of time blocking your working hours because when I don't get any work done. And I'm like sending messages when I'm on the toilet and it's like random and I lose people that I should be following up with and people fall through the cracks. So time block your working hours, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. Mine happens to be right now. I told Nicole and Amy the other day, I was like, hey, for the next 2.5 weeks, I'm working Plexus from like 1 until 6 because that's when Adelaide is gone. So it doesn't have to be the same thing all of the time every day, but you have to designate that time when you're going to be working Plexus, whether it's 30 minutes, whether it's a 4-hour chunk, whatever it looks like for you. Okay. You can get to Ruby in 30-minute increments. I got all the way to senior Ruby working a full-time job with a commute. Most of you guys know my stories. Some people on the call don't, some people watching the recording don't, but I could not be on my phone during work. So like Suzanne, I get you, you're a teacher. You ain't going to be able to do stuff, I don't think, while you're at work. So when we keep messaging you, just like, ignore us. We'll remember that you're at work.
I'll try to text you back though when I can.
Okay.
It's all good.
It's all good. But like, I couldn't be on my phone. So but I wanted to rank. I had this vision of Emerald. So I was like, I've got to find the time. So you can get to Ruby. I did it in 30 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes during the week. And I did 1 hour on the weekends, all the way up through almost senior Ruby. Okay. So it can be done. You don't have to have 8 hours, right? In fact, if you're working 8 hours, you ain't doing something right. That's way too much time to be working on Plexus. Okay. So, and then you have to do the things. And I think this is where we get tripped up. We're like, what do we do? There's so much. I get overwhelmed, or I don't know what to do. So I put this sheet on here. I will share it. There are a million of these sheets. I like this one because it is simple. It's not complicated like the winning day. Okay. And I know people like, and you can see it if you follow their stories, Lauren Thomas, Emily Roberts, Autumn McLeese, a lot of these people who are in constant momentum, they print this out and it's their daily checklist. So, when they come in to sit down and work Plexus, they have this already printed. Like they prep it the night before, they prep it for the whole week. So you're going to use this action planner if you want. Try it tomorrow. See if you like this. I promise you, if you do this 5 days a week or however long you're working Plexus in your week, if you do this from now until December, you are going to overshoot Ruby. There's no way if we all do. If I did this, I would be diamond. I don't even do this, right? But I'm going to start. Okay. So start it with gratitude, which I love. 3 things you're grateful for. And I'm a huge fan. I know Nicole is too. She's trained on it. Like getting in the right mindset before you sit down to do your Plexus work. Like if you're in a funk, don't be sending out messages to people. Put on some music, listen to a podcast, watch a motivational video real quick, and kind of get into that mindset. Then you have to be in your virtual office every day. If you think you can get to Ruby without being in your virtual office, you are mistaken. You have got to get in there. You have got to check it. You've got to look at it. So every day, go in there, look for credit card declines, okay? Check your perks report. See who's getting ready to lose all of their perks. Those are 2 easy check things to do every day. And then when you do them, you're going to feel even more accomplished that you got something done. And you're going to be more motivated to do the other things. Okay. If you don't know how to check for declines or perks report, that is okay. We will show you. I would love to do an updated training on the virtual office. There are other things to check in your virtual office, but this alone, if you're checking this is huge for your organization and just being that in tune with your customer base. Okay. Then you're going to talk to 3 new people or 3 people or whatever, you're going to either reach out to 3 people about Plexus. You're going to reach out to 3 people just to build the relationship, but somehow you're going to connect with 3 new people. I know on here it says about the products and the opportunity, but I'm not a huge fan of like random Plexus messages to people. Okay. But I do think you need to reach out and relationship build with 3 new people a day. Okay. Follow up with 2 people. Okay. Follow up with 2 people. 2 people you've been talking to, 2 people that fell through the cracks, the person who said back in May they were going to order or whatever. Follow up with 2, and then check in with 2 current people, see how they're doing. Okay. And if you do this every single day, your current people also won't fall through the cracks, because so often we do all of the work to help them order and then like we check out, and I'm guilty of it. But really our work with them begins when they order. We want to be checking in. We've got that customer care system to make it really easy if you're not sure how to do it. And then that's also when you can keep talking about sharing a referral link, right? Because a lot of people aren't even going to share until maybe their 2nd or 3rd month. And that means we have to keep checking in with them, okay? And then your daily social media, post on Facebook, post on Instagram, post in your storage, wish people happy birthday. That's something super easy to do. And then set a timer for 10 minutes and relationship build, meaning be social on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or both. And then train yourself through personal development. So if you're somebody who said, I can't do this, there's no way I can hit Ruby, you need to do some personal development. Okay. We can't pour that belief. We can't change mindset. I wish we could, but you can do it through motivational videos, One of my favorite diamonds, I stalk her YouTube page. It's Christina Williams. I will stop here at the end and show you her Facebook or her YouTube page. She does a Monday night call just like we do. Hers are fabulous, and she has fabulous, because she's a diamond. Other diamonds are on her calls. And if you want to get like fired up and a big dose of belief, and if you want to get fired up for sharing about the business and recruiting business builders and why you should share the heck out of this opportunity, she is so fabulous at getting me and other people fired up about that. Okay. So the next thing that's really important though is your new customer care system. I don't care what it is you use. You don't have to use what we developed for the Wellness Connection. If you don't have something, I would start there. And then as you figure out what you like to do, like I talked to Caitlin about this a couple weeks ago on our call, like use ours. So then you're not frozen thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have a customer care system. Use ours. And then as you figure your own out, tweak it and then develop your own. But don't wait to do a customer care system because you're trying to figure out what you want. Okay. Like don't get stuck in that, perfection or analysis paralysis, because this is how you get your VIPs to share if they did not join for the opportunity. It's your onboarding. You get them on the phone, you get them on a FaceTime, you get them on a Zoom, you get them on a Facebook Messenger video chat, whatever is simple. Stephanie and I were talking about this the other day. You do it, you just say, hey, great, your products are on their way. Can I call you tomorrow around 2? Yes. Okay, I'm going to FaceTime you tomorrow around 2. And that face-to-face call, you will get more people to share coming out of that call than if you just email them and text them and type a Facebook Messenger about how to take their products. Every time Amy Morton does it, she gets somebody to make a post or share. Stephanie,
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, all my sharers, you guys know who you are, the ones on this call. We talked in person,
yeah,
FaceTime or on the phone, or we met shortly after you joined. So I wish I need to be with everybody. I mean, it's just amazing. I don't even ask people to share. It's just that connection makes them realize you are just a regular person. You're not a crazy Plexus selling lady, and they think, oh, I can be like her. I can tell people about Plexus, or I don't know how it works.
It just takes that bias away that people have, right? Like, and you
Yeah.
realize, oh, it really is no big deal to tell people I'm drinking this pink drink. It's true, but they can't kind of melt that bias just from a text or messages. And Amy, you've had me on a couple. I was on the one with Donna. That's great, guys, if you can do that. I was talking to Stephanie about this. Her and I got on one with Kara. Kara's her new almost senior silver. However, as great as that is, do not let trying to get the logistics of a 3-way call stop you from just doing it. Like
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Call the
can't-
person the next day.
Yeah.
Or Zoom the next day with all your level ones. I mean, focus on if we all focus on doing it with our level ones, it's not overwhelming.
Mhm.
But for me, if I'm focusing on doing it with all of my levels 2s and 3s and all these 3-ways, it's too much.
No, it's too much. Just do it with your personal customers, whether they're retail or VIP. I mean, you should be calling your retail people too to tell them how to take the products and just have that personal connection, right? Because then that personal connection could also be what keeps them on the products and also what kind of helps them want to upgrade to VIP later, right?
Yep.
And I already set the seed, like with my 2 today, I had 2 new VIPs. I already planted the seed to both of them and said, hey, listen, when I get the notice that your products have shipped, I'm going to call you that day. So then we can chat about it and you're going to be all set before they get there. And they're like, okay. So don't make it hard, right? Like don't make that call hard, but you have to have some sort of a system, because that's where people are dropping off. If you're like, oh my gosh, I can't get people to silver, my first question is, are you telling them about it? And if not, is it because you don't have this kind of system in place, right? Because we don't want to shy away from silver. We get our own We project onto people that they're not going to want to share and they're not going to want to, and I'm not going to talk about it. Like they already told me they don't want the business. Okay, I'm not asking you to do this business with me. I'm asking you if you want to make $300 by sharing your referral link. You don't have to get on Zoom. You don't have to go to convention. You don't have to work this business, right? But I need you to know you have a referral link and there's $300 in it for you this month. Especially in today's economy, we can't make the decision for people, okay? And if they don't want it, okay, that's awesome. And if you're afraid to tell people about silver, kind of lean on the old adage of, hey, listen, I pride myself in letting everyone know what's available to them. It may not be for you, but I have to tell you what comes with your account. And then just tell them, like offer them the buffet. So got to be talking about it, especially when you get to Ruby. You cannot get to Ruby by yourself. I mean, you could, but it is really, really, really hard. However, most people who rank Ruby, and maybe Nicole and Amy, you guys can talk about it, but I know from my experience and Sarah Taylor's experience, we had a lot of silvers. I think I had one person at the time, she's no longer working the business, but she was on board for like a business builder, Michelle. But that was it for Ruby. I didn't have anybody else. I had like dabblers, right? Add one here, add two there.
Yeah, when I went Ruby, I had Nicole.
Yeah.
Just me and Nicole. We're just rocking it out.
Mhm.
And then I had dabblers, a couple silvers.
Mhm.
I don't even think I had any other golds.
Yeah. You do
So,
not need goals.
yeah,
I mean, it's great, but
yeah. And I feel like it's on my heart to share something, Amy, and I hope it's okay because it's about you. Can you guys hear me?
I'm gonna stop share. Yeah.
Okay, everybody can hear. Okay. So when Amy started sharing Plexus, she decided pretty early on she wanted to go Emerald, reach Emerald, and then be able to stop working. And you know Amy's story. Amy knows her story. I remember when Amy sent Sarah Cunningham the samples and basically a little note that said, do this with me. Actually, it said, you're doing this with me. And you and Lee are taking this and you're doing this business with me. Think of 3 people to do it with you. And Sarah thought of her mom, her sister, and then one of her friends. What was her friend's name from college?
Stacy. Mhm.
Stacy. Okay. Her mom, her sister, and Stacy. So she went silver within like a week, right? Pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
And then Sarah was like, Amy, do this with me. She kept asking me to do it with her. And I was like, no, no, no. I already am a personal trainer. I sell wine glasses. I sell Juice Plus. I am pregnant. I have no time for this, Sarah. Are you kidding me? I am not selling anything else. And she just kept asking me to do it with her. Amy and I are having so much fun. We're growing, and these products will be amazing for you. And she was always telling me about ProBio, always. And I was like, I cannot add anything else to my plate. I could not, because to me, the way she presented it to me, it was the business.
Mhm.
She wanted me for the business. And I knew I could not have another business. So, and then finally, she gave me that bottle of ProBio. And that's what got me when I realized, holy crap, this really works. Then I was like, when that worked and I knew about the business, and she showed me your, what is that called that we get? The tax thing,
Paycheck?
1099?
Oh, 1099.
Yeah, what you made that year. And Mike was here. She showed it to Mike and I at the same time. And we were like, well, holy crap. You need to do this. But I mean, I'd already said I need more ProBio. I can't stop this. I feel too good. Like I can't stop it. And then Mike researched the company, looked at the comp plan. He wanted to make sure it was all legit and like Plexus wouldn't run out of money. And then he was like, go ahead, go do it. Be like Amy Welch. I think those were his words. But guys, what I'm getting back to here is you guys recruited for the business. You and Sarah Cunningham, Sarah Taylor, and you basically reached out to your friends and said, do this with me,
Mhm.
join me, do this with me. And we've gotten away from that.
Mhm.
So I'm challenging myself now, and I have been yeah, be like Amy Welch, hashtag. I have done it every day this week. I've reached out to a different friend that doesn't order Plexus yet. And I start with, look, this might not be for you,
Mhm.
but I really think you should do this with me. And then I explain why they would be good at it. And I have 2 people seriously considering it. And when they join, I want them to join for the business. I don't want them to join for the products. I mean, I want them to take the products, but
Right.
these are like dream teamers.
Well, and it
So
doesn't even, okay.
go ahead.
No, it's a great reminder. And I was just going to say, it doesn't even mean they're joining to be a diamond.
Right,
Like,
right.
even though they're joining for that opportunity, you're not going to like, okay, let's go. Right. Like you're going to get silver first.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get silver, and yeah, then you're gonna get senior silver. And yeah, anyways, I just kind of want to challenge you all to think about it more like a business that we're sharing here, because this is a pretty amazing business. And I mean, even when people say no to you for the business, it's not no forever. I said no for almost 2 years, and thank goodness I finally said yes.
Mhm.
But those words, do this with me, I think that's a good hashtag.
It is. Do this with me. And you're right, especially when you're not saying that to everybody, right? We want everybody on the products. I don't care who you are. I want everyone I know to order probiotics.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want,
Triplex.
right,
I mean,
triplex, right. I don't want
yeah,
everybody working this business with me. So, and
right.
you can tell people that. Like when I reach out to you, it's because I really think you'd be good at it and we'd have fun. I ain't saying that to everybody.
Yeah,
There are
yeah,
people I know that are full of drama or who don't have a good work ethic. And like, I ain't reaching out to those people, right? Like, you want people in your organization who you actually want to work with. And you can say that to people. So I love that. That is my go to message. That's the only way I'll send a cold message is someone I already know. And I will tell them, like, listen, you probably don't even think this is for you, but and
yeah,
exactly what you said. And every time they reply, every time I get a reply, because you're complimenting them.
yeah.
And
I
if
get a
you
reply every time. I really
yeah.
do.
Now, if I
Uh,
ever reach out just about like ProBio, like, hey, I saw your post, I may have something that can help. I mean, that gets me ghosted way more than reaching out
yeah.
about the
And a
business.
lot of times when I have reached out about the business and they do say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for thinking of me. That's so sweet. They say no, but then we get chit chatting, then they order
Mhm.
as a VIP, or
Yep. Yep.
so they fall back on the products.
And we are in a recession. I know you guys know this. Our businesses, our industry always upticks because people are looking for legitimate work from home businesses. They're not seeking out network marketing though because they don't think we're legitimate. But if you're reaching out and you are telling them this is a legitimate business, you can show them your paycheck, right? The fact that you make $100 is that means it's legitimate money to them. And you don't have a garage full of product or a trunk full of product that you're driving around having to sell, right? Like that is what people are looking for. Every day I see people looking for, I want a legitimate work from home opportunity, or I really just want to be able to go to the grocery store and not look at the prices. I want to be able to buy what I want at the grocery store without caring if it's on sale or not. I want the brand I want. Or I want to be able to still drive around town and go do things without having to worry about how I'm going to fill my gas tank. And a little Plexus paycheck can do that for people. So,
Yep.
are
All
you guys
right.
excited about Ruby? I hope all of you guys are at the retreat. We don't know where it is yet. We're still looking. But I hope we have like
Yeah, well, it'll be good.
it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
But even, if you're like, oh, I can't go to the retreat, like February's out, or I just can't travel, blah, you're still going for Ruby anyway, right? It's like when we have any sort of corporate incentive, whether or not you can actually do it, you're still gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Um, one more little bit of motivation I thought of is the month I went Emerald in September. Nicole says I had a Ruby baby. Like I mean, I went from 1,000 points. I was stuck at 1,000 points
That's right.
for like 4 or 5 months. And it was God. He was very involved with everything. But I went from 1,000 to 1,500 in 30 days.
Mhm.
Was it a lot of work? Yes. It was insane. But I wanted to have a Ruby baby. So you guys can do this.
Yeah. Well, and we all know, all of us, if we're honest with ourselves, when we sit down every day, like you did, Amy, when you birthed a Ruby baby, when we all sit down every day and we do that action sheet, or we sit down and we actually work our business every day, we always grow. Jamie and I talk about this all the time. Like every time we sit down and we actually do the things, oh my gosh, we sign people, and oh my gosh, our points grow. Like it, it's not some secret. It's just being consistent in the boring, monotonous work every single day. So I will share that action sheet if you guys want to print it. I'll put that in a group chat. And like I said, there's a million of them. I just like that one because it's simple and it's easy. And then let me share my screen real quick for those of you guys who do not know Christina Williams. She's Christina Hanselman Williams on Facebook. This is her YouTube. And she just clicked videos. She just posted a new one 15 minutes ago, Conquering Fear and Doubt in Your Business. She is such a good motivational speaker. If you've not heard her story, she is not new to Plexus. She is a new, like explosive diamond who just is growing like crazy, but she's been around as long as I have. She talks about how things changed for her when she started focusing on growing her leadership and kind of doing personal development, and switched gears to being all about sharing about the opportunity. So she's one of my favorites. So if you need someone to listen to every day, I would definitely recommend her. So, all right, guys, if you're not on Amy Morton's team, message me and we will have a one-on-one where we go through your actual people. And I don't care if you have no current shares, we will come up with a plan to get you to Ruby. Or if you have 1 or 2 shares, we will figure out how to get you to Ruby with them as well. Okay. You guys have any questions?
Okay.
Anything else you want to say?
Let's take a picture. Am I muted? Oh, no, I'm not. I'll do a picture.
Okay.
I don't want to get the chat. Let me close the chat. Okay. Oh my God, I'm about to leave the meeting. How do I close the chat? Oh my God, I can't do this. Can someone else take a picture?
I can. You're so
And now I can't figure it out.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I almost, never mind. I have no technology.
Oh, see, anyone can be an emerald.
Yeah, seriously, I can't even close the chat.
Oh goodness. So do you want to say anything, Nicole? You're Ruby.
Hi. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but
I
I'm
had
wondering
nothing to
about
say.
Adelaide and the part from
Oh,
our
you're
Monday
so
night.
sweet.
Did she get a part?
She did. Oh, she is Serena, one of Elle's besties and one of
Oh,
the main Delta News. So we've got lots of singing and solos and dancing, and she's, yeah. So
very cool.
thank you. We're super excited. Go ahead, Nicole.
I mean, you put me on the spot,
Well,
but yeah.
sorry,
Just, you guys can do this. Like, I went from senior gold to Ruby in a month. Not to say that that's like easy, but because my goals were in place before that, and I was duplicating people before that. Like, when I reached senior gold, at that time, I had added, quite a few new people that right away we were sharing the business with. This was in 2020. And I feel like that year we were starting to talk about the business more for a little while because people were looking to work from home and things like that. So it was all about, helping people just share right away. And I did get 2 people to gold to get Ruby. and some other rank ups, but those two people have quit since then. They don't even work the business anymore. But yeah, Amy and I talked today, had a really good call, and just talking about totally sharing the income opportunity like right away in conversation with people. And if not, within the first week or something, having that conversation, but not being afraid to say selling, like we're not just sharing. Yeah, we're sharing. We say sharing too much. I think
Mhm.
like we are selling something, that's okay. Like people get it.
Mhm.
People understand selling stuff, and the people that want to make money do want to sell something. So I don't know, it's just something that I've been thinking about lately. And the people that were always trying to like help move forward and all that, if they didn't sign up for the business from the beginning, it's a lot harder to keep them going. And it's fine, but like even for me, like I said no right away. Like I was like, nope, want nothing to do with this stuff, nothing to do with the business stuff. So it took me longer to kind of get going and get that true like fire. But when you have someone that's right away, we're already deciding, hey, you're going to share, or you're going to refer people to me. What do you want to do? Do you want to make some income? Do you want to work this business with me? Or do you just want to send me some referrals? So give them one of those, or give them those two options. And if they don't want to like sell and do the business with you, that's good. You weed them out, and they're just going to be your, as Amy called it, a connector, and they're going to refer you to people, or they're going to connect you in 3 ways, and you'll help them gain referrals or whatever. So I don't know, just wanted to share that I'm trying to work on being really bold about that right away. And I don't know if you saw in the chat, I just sent a message to one of my new customers that we haven't really, we talked a little bit about the income, but now I'm just like, hey, want to get on a FaceTime? And I want to talk to you about making some money, because she keeps pushing her subscription out and like making excuses why. She loves the product. She told me she's like a lifer. But I'm like, ooh, so like she loves it that much. I want you to tell people about it, but she's not on social media. So I want to like get on the phone with her and talk.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing too, guys, and I know Nicole and Amy, you guys do this really well too. Asking those people if they decide no, like I don't want to earn income. Okay, well, can you make a post that you love your Plexus and tag me in it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's something a lot of other companies do really well. I see in my feed sometimes. So that is also something to put as part of your system. And because I fail at that all the time too. I'm like, oh, okay, don't want to earn income, no problem. I'll support you with your products. Then I'm like, oh, I should be asking Linda.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to ask. And
Yeah.
people like to help other people, and maybe they don't want to put it on their Facebook. They could put it in their story or something.
Yeah.
Because you see that all the time. People will buy something and then they'll tag the person that they bought it from or whatever. So we just have to like assume that people will do that for us. Like, why not? And go to, make a list, start making a list of people in your downlines. Maybe they're in your lower levels that you can go and contact and ask for a post. Maybe they have an inactive upline or someone that doesn't really do much with the business. You can go in and chat with them, ask them, make sure you know how they're doing with their products and all that, and see if there's any troubleshooting or anything that they need help with. What are you loving? Or is there anything you're struggling with right now? Start a conversation and then get them to make a post. Maybe you've never talked before. Who cares? Get their number out of the virtual office and text them. Don't be afraid to do that, because if someone else isn't taking care of them as they're not a leader, then you got to go in and do that, and you can help them share. Maybe they have no idea about the income opportunities. Make sure you have those conversations.
That's a great reminder too. Like, go beyond your level ones. If you have people that maybe were dabblers and they shared with somebody, that person they shared with could want the opportunity. And you don't know that someone's talking to them about it. I mean, most of you guys on the call that aren't on Amy's team, but most of my level ones are actually not my level ones. Stephanie's my actual level one, but like Amy's not, Tamsin's not, Betty's not, Katrina's not. So make sure though you are, they call it taprooting, but like reaching down into those other levels to talk about the business too. Tamsin asked about the August earning potential. There is a graphic in our team thread, Tamsin. I will say that we earn so many different bonuses every single month now. Even when I look at that graphic, it's confusing and overwhelming. I would literally just tell somebody, like, you share with 3 people, you're gonna earn $300 this month. and then not even worry about like how or like what the breakdown is, because you get the bonuses and then consistency bonus and success steps and then business building bonuses and then pay points. Like it's overwhelming. So for us, it's a great graphic. I don't know that I would share that with a new person. I think it would be overwhelming to them.
But now, is that $35 for the reset welcome pack?
They're all the same this month because we don't get double
Okay.
bonuses. Yeah. All the welcome packs are the regular business building. It's based on $20.
Oh, okay.
So it's based on
Okay.
the 109, I guess, welcome pack.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, we don't get those double bonuses this month for the reset?
No.
What do you know? I've been lying to people. Oh, well, my mistake. I've been told them they're gonna get $60. Woo! Oh, well, I'll send them a water bottle. I'll correct myself. It's only a few people.
You crack me up.
At least it's only August 4th, so.
Well, I mean, yeah, for one, they're just, it's the 3. And, you can tell people like there's a reason, because some people look at that and they're like 35 for 1, but 400 for 3 if they're brand new. And there's a reason, because Plexus knows that if you have 3 people who do this with you, you're going to be more successful. So like there's a reason that you get so much more for 3, because it's not just refer 1 times 3. Because I've had some people be like, well, wait a minute. If I refer 1 person, I get $35. But if I refer just 2 more, they're going to give me an additional $300. Like what kind of crazy math is that? So you can tell them that they just, all about the power of 3 in terms of accountability. And they know that for you to be successful on your products, you need to take them longer than 30 days. And that refer 3 bonus gives you enough that then you shouldn't have to worry about paying for your products in your first 60 to 90 days. So that's why they do that. Okay. Anything else? All right, guys. Amy's going to go correct all the people she told the wrong bonus. Thanks for being on tonight, guys. All right.
Thank you,
I've already had a
guys.
couple people message me. I'm excited. We're going to do some Ruby planning.
All right.
Bye,
Have a good
guys.